Maxim number 7, very early on. The sweeter and more innocent a girl seems, the greater the likelihood she has been in a gangbang. Corollary to this, always assume she is a whore. It helps kick the legs out from under the pedestal you will be tempted to put her on, and it is more often than not true. And this is the fact. More girls are promiscuous than not. You have to wrap your head around that. And girls are raised from birth to deceive you of this fact, both through their upbringing, to protect their reputations, to protect themselves, and to protect the sisterhood, which is, their moms and their sisters and the aunts and their friends and all women combined. So protecting the sisterhood is where you get the general overview consensus of a girl's innocent until proven not innocent. And the way you should approach it is that assume she is a slut. You will seldom be disappointed. Or it's like Nuclear Cordelio says, assume she is a slut, but don't obsess about it. And I think that's a great thing. A great way of looking at it is, again, if you're looking for girls for fun, their background is not going to be that important. If you're looking for a wife or something more serious, you would probably want to be more circumspect. You want to be a little bit pickier. And that makes sense. But I think a lot of guys start thinking that it's kind of like a blanket statement. There's a place and there's a reason. I mean, most women are promiscuous. I think it's more the rule than the exception. They're just exceptionally good at hiding men from other men, including you. So the sweeter and more innocent a girl seems, and this because they're good at it, the greater the likelihood she has been in a gangbang. But where does it actually benefit you? It helps kick the legs out from under the pedestal you will be tempted to put her on. When you don't put a girl up on a pedestal, you put yourself up there, girls will automatically begin to treat you differently. You actually are in the place that they want you to be. Women are happier chasing a high value, selfish, self-centered man than they are some dude chasing her, because she knows. It's kind of like always go, she knows she fucked her coach in high school. She knows she fucked her best friend's dad. She knows she, fucked for grades in college. And that you put her up on a pedestal like she can do no wrong, and she thinks you're a dumbass. So you have to realize that most girls have done so many things that you would be like, oh, I don't think this is a girl for me. And you're never going to know that it's better to assume she's done a lot of stupid shit, which she has, and treat her as such. It doesn't mean you have to treat her bad, but you don't have to put her up on a pedestal and treat her overly well either. And again, it's what they prefer. They would prefer to be chasing you. So more often than not, it's true. Most women, and that's the way it should be, is most women are promiscuous. Don't bother asking. Don't bother taking a poll. Because they'll lie. Because they're hardwired. It's the way it is. It's like Bunny and I watched an interviewer working what was called the slut walk. And it's all these girls coming together to walk for sluts' rights so they can be slutty. But every individual interview was, are you a slut? And not a single girl at the entire slut walk would say, yeah, I'm a slut. I'll sleep with any guy anytime. They'd be like, I'm here to support my friends who are sluts. I'm here to support my sister who's a slut. And her sister's right there. Or, everybody's a slut. Well, actually, no, there's girls that aren't. So therefore, you have to recognize that this is part of the game. Assume she is promiscuous. Assume she's been with two guys. Assume the worst. And if she actually has had a pretty clean background, this is somebody you're serious about, so much the better. But again, if you're just talking of sports fucking, having fun, spring break, just girls to hook up with, none of this matters. But for some of the guys, and some guys want to go straight to serious girlfriend marriage, then some more vetting will be necessary, and we respect that. So that's maxim number 7. The sweeter and more innocent a girl seems, the greater the likelihood she has been in a gangbang. Don't bother asking. They're not going to tell you. Always assume she is a whore. It helps kick the legs out from under the pedestal you'll be tempted to put her on, and is more often than not true. Again, most girls are promiscuous, and they would prefer that you be a guy that just gets it and understands what you're looking at and does not treat her like she's some type of infallible princess when she knows, she fucked her boyfriend's best friend. The girls know all of this horrible shit that they've done, behind people's backs. So it's kind of hard for them to take themselves seriously, and they definitely can't take you seriously if you don't recognize that. And that's the real deal with maxim number 7. Early on, he wanted to make sure to get this out early on, and it's found